Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Violet Thames. It's been a while since I have recorded a video. However, today I've got the motivation to show you guys how I make my own personal herbal bundles that I smoke and use for cleansing purposes. If you see little things moving or any animals in the background, my cats have decided to join me today in my filming process. So they're probably just popping in to say hey or to get on my nerves just a little bit to humble me. But today I have got some juniper, some angel's trumpet, some cedar, and some gardenias. I'm going to go through each of the herbs, what they mean, and what I'm going to be using them for. So I'm going to start with juniper. How ironic that this cat right here that's sitting, her name's Juniper as well. She's black. You can't really see her that well. But juniper, the ancients believed that it was used to aid in clairvoyance. It was also for purification and to stimulate contact with the other world, especially during Samhain, which is coming up soon. So I wanted to be sure to have that on hand when it comes around. It also played a part in the springtime cleansing and casting out of witchcraft. Keep that in mind because we're going to come back to that. Now this one is angel's trumpet. I had never heard of it before until I moved into my new home. I want to give you a close-up of it. It's very large, very beautiful. It's huge. Like, it's huge. This is over 12 inches long. I gathered a few of them. If you are to use angel's trumpet, there are lots of cautions to heed to. First of all, you make sure that your dogs, cats, and yourself do not ingest it. Also, whenever you do cut it, sometimes there is juices that come out of the stem of the plant. Be sure that those do not get on your hands and then on your face and your eyes and your mouth, anything like that. It is very hazardous to your body, and worst case scenarios, you die. And that's the worst case scenario you can have, right? So be very cautious when working with this plant. This plant I'm not putting into a bundle. It just happened to be in my little harvest basket whenever I went through the yard and got my things. But I am going to dry it out to then make into just like a blended herb so I could use in my practice elsewhere. But to cover what it does, in the past it has been used as a hallucinogenic. However, just like I said, it's very dangerous. So, would not recommend if you're trying to have a fun weekend. Other than its hallucinogenic properties, angel trumpet gives us rebirth and transitions of awakenings, opening us up to innocence through its hypnotic beauty and grace. It's been used for small doses, like I said, for witches and indigenous tribes as a tool for self-discovery and shamanic ceremonies. With that being said, I have not done it, I will not recommend it, and I will actually do the opposite of recommend it. For smoking or any type of ingesting of it. With the danger of a plant that it is, I think it's very beautiful. It's very unique. It's called an angel's trumpet because it hangs down like this. It grows just like this. It hangs down from the heavens, playing music, and it's a little ironic that it can possibly send you to hell if you ingest it. Moving on to the cedar on the table. Cedar has the meaning of protection, wisdom, and strength. It has been revered for its spiritual significance for many years. It reconnects us and grounds us to our earthly roots. It symbolizes spiritual health, and it also symbolizes physical health. It's very high in medicinal value. I've used cedar for a long time for my cleansings, and also made my own bundles in the past, although it's been a while. So I'm very excited about this. And then these right here are a bunch of flowers from one of my gardenia bushes out in the yard. Gardenia plays a spiritual practice in the world of magic. Many people believe that it protects against witchcraft. Some people even use the stems of the gardenia plant formed in crosses to ward off evil spirits. They also symbolize love, devotion, purity, and self-love. So, an all-around beautiful flower. This herbal bundle that I'm going to make is going to be very important to my Samhain ritual this year, representing clairvoyance, protection from witchcraft, and also just general protection. as well as purification. I thought it was very important that I did something special this year as I'm trying to get back into my craft once again. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get in and start wrapping these little babies up. Okay, so first I'm going to start with some hemp cord. I feel as if this works best for me. I'm going to cut off a little guesstimate amount of how much I need. And I'm going to start with the angel trumpets, just so I can kind of get them out of the way of my work area. As you can see, I have 3 of them. I'm going to kind of flare it out so the flowers have a little bit more room for them to be aerated. Okay. Simple little cross tie, then around in the back and do it again. Secure it with a square knot, and then what I like to do, I just wrap them, and then up at the top make a little knot where you can hang it from wherever you normally hang your herbs. I have an allotment of hooks that I will show you at the end of this video where I'm going to hang everything, just like that. So I'm going to show you how to roll this one. I've got my juniper and cedar here, and I also have 3 little gardenia flowers. These are as fresh as they could get. It's a little wilted, but it'll do the job. I also have my hemp cord again. I'm using black for protection. It's good to have extra cord whenever doing a bundle, because you want to make sure that the herbs stay secure together. And you also don't want to have to use, you don't want to have to go back in with a separate cord. So, as you can see, got all the cord I need right here. I'm going to start off and get everything about the size that we want it. I think I want to do kind of a smaller bundle, lengthwise. So, I'm going to separate all the little twigs out to about the size that I want them to be. Me personally, I like to return all of my leftover ingredients and stuff. As you can see, our little pile right here. I like to return all of those ingredients that I don't use back to Mother Nature. So that is what I will be doing after. I have a place where I go and throw all them out and just thank Mother Nature for giving me these things, giving me the opportunity to work with their energies, but say that I didn't end up needing these and return them back to her. First, before I add the flowers, I'm going to straighten out my cord and secure the bottom of the bundle. Do a simple little tie. Oh man, I hope you could see that. I'm going to do a square knot because this is a lot of herb and it's already fighting against the tie. Alright, a square knot. And then I'm going to just wrap it around once. So with wrapping your herbs, if you are a person that likes to use the intentions of, you know, if you move something counterclockwise, it brings energies in. If you stir it counterclockwise, it calls things out. With this bundle, since I will be using it to protect from witchcraft, negative energy, things of that nature, I'm going to do counterclockwise because I will be using this bundle to cast things out. Alright, so once, oh wait, nope, that's wrong. Once counterclockwise, and then I'm going to add my gardenias. So you could leave the sprigs of leaves in there. However, I'm not a fan of the way the smell of the gardenia leaves is when you burn it. So I'm going to take them off like that. Only have the flower. I'm going to insert it into there, make it very pretty. As you can see, got it wrapped all the way up to the top. I'm going to continue in the same rotation, but going back the other way to add another layer of protection, adding little X's. Sorry, that was off camera again. Adding kind of X's over it because I'll be casting things out, crossing over my cord just like that. Back at the bottom. And then once you have it tied, look at that. Very gorgeous. It's might not be aesthetically pleasing, but it's going to do the job. Now we're going to make a loop, that way we can hang it to let it dry. Do like a little slip knot. Whoops. Oh. Okay. Boom. And then we're done with that. You then have a way to hang it. Here is the loop that I made. Trim up the string and also trim up the sage bundle, not the sage bundle, the herb bundle. That way it's pleasing to me and what I want from it. And there you have it. It is finished and it will be ready to hang up. Before I hang my other herbs, I wanted to show you this one. This one is goldenrod. I went out and harvested it the other day, but it is very beautiful yellow. I wish you could see more of the vibrancy, but the light really isn't helping pick it up. Goldenrod is great for urinary tract infections and also just overall reproductive health, the lower regions of the female anatomy. And yeah, it actually is what gave me the motivation to make this video today and going around collecting more herbs and making my own bundles. So thank you, goldenrod, for giving me the inspiration for this video. I had to take the goldenrod down, that way we have more room for the herbs and bundles that we made today. They are more important because they haven't got any time drying yet. As for the goldenrod, it has been hanging up for 5 days, so it's almost to its time of being fully dried. For the bundles, I definitely recommend at least 2 weeks before you burn them. As for something like this, the angel trumpets, as you can see, they're really big as you get a size reference now. They're very big. Angel trumpets are very, wet, moist. There's a lot of moisture in them. So with some herbs, you can just feel it out and know if they're ready or not. And I definitely recommend that. Even with the bundles, make sure that they're fully dry before you start burning them, because that will inhibit your burning process if it's still wet. So here are the angel trumpets. I'm hanging them in the middle, that way they have more room to breathe and not be stuck up in a corner. With the angel trumpets, since they're so flowy, large, and moist, I'm going to be sure to come and rotate them every so often so that they get fully dry. Here is just the cedar and the juniper bundle. I'm going to put it up here. I'm going to put it kind of closer. I'm going to replace the goldenrod on the other side. And then as for the 2 large bundles of everything, I'm going to put them on the corners of either side.